Hello, unique awesome people. It's cold in Canada in the winter. Coming into 2022. Oh my god, this channel has been such a fun journey. My name is Chelsea, if you don't know that. And today I want to talk to you about the silent mentality we have inside of us that tells us that we want to know that we're the best or that we're number one. Growing up as kids, we all struggle with this if we're learning a new sport or trying to fit in on the playground or doing some type of craft and starting a new moment and journey in our lives where we feel like, oh God, I'm not the best, I'm not the best. And some of us choose to not venture into certain realms because we just don't want to have to experience the discomfort of feeling like we're not the best. Some of us continue to do things all of our lives to fine tune our craft so that we can maintain the sense of being the best. Because our fragile, delicate egos need to feel like they are the best. So naturally, when you're diving into open relationships, this can be a big challenge, right? And I think that it's a much healthier way to look at life, whether it's about your relationships and your love or interests of any other leisure in life, that we don't have to be the best. It's okay that we can begin being new at something and unfamiliar and not skilled at it, to then inevitably fine tune our craft and eventually hopefully get to a place where we're feeling like we bring great value to that particular situation, whether it's love or a career, for example. So knowing that we have value no matter where we're at in that particular situation, skill wise or history wise or repertoire wise, is very healthy emotional state of mind that we should all be practicing. So, even if you're living monogamous lifestyles, we don't want to put ourselves in a situation where we have to condition ourselves to feel like we're the best, because the moment that is taken away from us, we're not going to be able to cope and we're not going to be very happy. And we may miss out on, the fundamental pleasure of that experience or encounter or a partner or relationship or career or whatever it is, right? So we need to practice reprogramming the need to be the best, which I don't know, is it like hereditary or societal conditioning? I mean, sports and movies and pop culture, like mainstream music, there's definitely songs about being the best. So we have been told that we need to, be these high achievers. I know I wasn't a kid growing up who had all kinds of trophies and medals or honors or graduated with masters or any of these things, but our culture definitely has this ingrained in it. So we have this notion in our minds that we need to be, in order to feel complete and fulfilled and wanted and worthy and valuable. And I think being valuable is at the root of this entire conversation. So when you're figuring out, where do you sit in someone's life, if you have to assess the value you have for that person, based on wondering if you're the best out of their partners or you're the best scuba diver. What if I was dating 4 scuba divers? I bet at some point those 4 scuba divers would want to know who was the best scuba diver. But does it matter? Probably not. And is there really ever a best? And that's what motivated me to want to do this video. Like, is there ever really a best? Like, can you hold that trophy forever? No, you can't. Even like the Guinness Book of World Records people, someone's always going to come up behind them and outdo them. So is that place and that position and that honor, is it really as valuable as we make ourselves think it is? I don't personally believe that it is. I know that my confidence and what makes me feel comfortable in open relationships comes from knowing that I bring unique value to anybody's experience. I know that I'm a unique individual, and even if they had somebody who looked just like me or had the same skills as me or was better at some of the things that I do that maybe, a partner enjoyed about me, I personally would not let that haunting thing in my mind happen where I say to myself, like, I'm not the best, so maybe they're going to be the best now. But I think that's like a really human way of thinking. I think a lot of people think like that, and as I said, for like who knows, all these different reasons. But when that conversation comes to the table in open relationships, it'll be very important to catch it, understand it, not nip it in the bud, but just focus on taming it. And for me, the suggestion that I'm going to bring to that table, because I don't personally encounter it very often, it does happen like at the strip club. I don't know if you see my other videos, I'm also a stripper. It's a very competitive environment. So obviously, like, you know, if I get told no and this other girl who looks a lot like me is constantly being told yes by the same customers, yeah, I'm definitely going to experience that in that moment. But I have to recognize that, like, I bring my own unique value to the encounter, and like I just look at it like, well, that person's missing out because they haven't taken the time to experience me. Or, you know, if they have, competitively speaking, I know that that other girl has her own unique XYZ, and so do I. And there's no two people in the world who can replicate themselves. So just you know, valuing how precious everybody's unique individualism is I think really at the root of how to make that a healthy feeling. So if we're able to think to ourselves, you know, sure, I might need some reassurance, definitely ask for it. You know, only surround yourself with positive people who are willing to give that to you. If you're feeling romantic towards somebody who won't give you polite, kind, nurturing reassurance when you communicate that you need it in a healthy way, then that might be something for you to consider. That might not be a healthy relationship for you. You know, you could be dancing in a toxic tangle that you haven't recognized is, perhaps. But also just be willing to accept that you're awesome. And it doesn't matter if somebody else is awesome too. And the best part about polyamory is that hopefully we're all awesome and we're all sharing a lot of awesomeness together. And I don't mean that in a sexual way. It doesn't have to be sexual. A lot of polyamorous partners in group relationships sometimes are not even sexual partners. When I say sharing awesomeness, it really just is about, you know, fearlessly exuding who you are and your unique individual soul, and being around people who are able to receive it and understand how to encounter you properly, whether it just be social or romantic, and just being able to surround yourself with like a constant support and positivity, even when people are uncomfortable or maybe in disbelief and need reassurance, or, you know, some things can, you know, make people feel hurt or sad or, you know, confronted. If you're around the right types of people who have the right kind of energy, you can, you know, confront those conversations and those feelings in a mature, supportive, healthy way, and be able to work through them, just like, you know, the first days at school or the first days at a new career. And like, as those days pass and we become more comfortable and socially accepted feeling, then our confidence grows and we, you know, continue to craft that fine-tuned skill. Relentlessly working towards being the best. No. We don't need to be the best. And I think that's what I wanted to give you guys in this conversation. That is the harbor in St. John's, Newfoundland. I'm really, really lucky that I live close by it. The ocean brings me a lot of joy. I don't know when I'm going to be south again. It's my second winter year-round in Newfoundland. Still trying to pursue my trucking career, so fingers crossed for me, everybody, please. It is quite the journey. Oh my God. You're considered a new driver the first 2 years, and that insurance clause, premium cost for trucking companies is like out the window difficult to conquer. So I am still working towards that relentlessly, as well as my healthy cooking and my stripping, because I love all those things and I don't want to pick one, and I don't have to be the best at any of them. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. But yeah, share your thoughts and comments with me, please, because it's nice to hear other people's perceptions on these subjects. I hate to make it sound like, you know, my way is the way of thinking, because that is absolutely not what I'm trying to do here. I just really enjoy sharing mine. So thanks for popping in and have a great day.